Today we're asking people to pitch their Shark Tank business idea for a chance to win $100. What's your business idea?
All right, so you got this like flipped over hourglass candle with 2 wicks on it. You keep replacing the wicks and the wax will just go and burn down to the bottom, and then when you need a new candle, you flip it over. Bam.
What would you do with the $100?
Oh, probably just throw it in the bank, because you never know when you need $100.
You're not going to use it on the business idea?
Oh, no. I'm just the idea guy. No, someone else can execute the process, yeah.
What is your business idea?
My business idea is a startup to help people who are working from home to get their areas cleaned. A lot of people who work from home suffer from mental illness, so they sometimes lose track of keeping their workplace clean. So what we would do is we would show up, we would clean up one room, and it would be through a donation basis is how it would get paid for.
What would you name this idea?
Back to work from home.
Last question, what would you do with the $100 to help your business?
I would put it in a small pot so that I can get my LLC.
What is your business idea?
Okay, so subscription services are becoming really popular right now. And so I was thinking like a seasonal subscription service. Like I haven't seen any summer subscription services where it's just for like May, June, July, August kind of deal. And you get summer items like sunscreen and stuff like that, so you're never worrying about, I guess, utilities that are essentials you need for that season. Same thing with like Christmas or fall, just something that's very seasonal because you don't really keep year-round or seasonal items year-round.
What would you name this idea?
Seasonality.
Last question, what would you do with the $100 to help start your business?
I don't even know if you can even get like a logo made for $100, but I feel like a logo is the first step of a business and building like a brand identity at least.
What is your business idea?
My son lives here in Grand Rapids, and since the coronavirus, since the pandemic, there's been a shortage of good quality transportation companies. And there's Uber and there's Lyft, but there's some unreliability to that. So he's thinking about an upscale transportation company connecting with the local hotels and such, and I think that'll work out.
What do you think he would name it?
I don't know what he's going to name it.
And then how do you think he would spend the $100 if he won?
He would do something, put it toward his business in some way, I'm sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about your business idea?
I love popcorn. It's my favorite snack. When I'm broke, popcorn. Hungry, popcorn, all the time. My favorite part, and my partner always leaves the end of the bowl for me, is those half-popped kernels. I want to sell just a bag full of half-popped kernels. I would buy it. Somebody's probably already doing it. I have not taken the time to Google this, but as soon as I saw your sign, I was like, that was the first thing that came to mind. So, yeah, I'd sell it either in bulk, delivered to your house. Eventually it could be sold in stores.
What would you name it?
Probably just half popped.
What would you do with the $100 to help start your business?
I'd use it and talk to my smarter friends about how to start a business.
Okay, so my business idea is basically a dating app, but it matches people who have the same Subway order, because I just feel like a Subway order is very, in depth, and you have to really put a lot of thought and you do a lot of experimenting with it. So if you match people with the same Subway order, then, it'll be more compatible in my opinion.
What is your Subway order?
I like to get a chicken teriyaki with green peppers and onions and tomatoes and chipotle sauce and a little bit of mayo. That's it.
And what would you name this idea?
Sub love.
Sub love. I like that. And then last question, what would you do with $100 to help your business?
Probably invest in it, duh. Put in 100 and get $1,000 out of it. Obviously.
Tell us a little bit about your business idea.
Well, I want to do a nonprofit clinical massage therapy, because a lot of people think that only for relaxation, but really it can really help with ailments inside of the body if you know where to touch and how to move and everything, because everything is liquid inside the body. So if you say you have lymphoma, you're not supposed to massage people right here with lymphoma, right? But if you do this and just hold it a little bit, it'll release the pressure a little bit and allow them to swallow a little bit better. Not saying that it'll get rid of it, but it'll help with some of the symptoms, but it's contraindicated right now according to the state of Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what would you name this business idea?
I would say mind, body, and soul nonprofit.
What would you do with $100 to help your business?
Well, first off, I would invest it in a chair for chair massages because I just like doing massages. Like it helps me to heal, knowing that I'm helping somebody else. So I would just be out here giving free chair massages.
Can you tell us a little bit about your business idea?
Okay, so I think we have to have a business about recycling electric batteries for cars. Like everybody's pushing that right now. Where are they all going to go? Landfills? Like we got to recycle those things.
Do you own an electric vehicle?
No, I don't. I want us to be, environmentally sound about what we're going to do with the batteries before I buy one.
What would you name this business idea?
I would call it Cassie's Battery Recycles LLC.
What would you do with $100 to help you start?
I would probably put gas in my car with that.
Tell me a little bit about your business idea.
Okay, so you guys know Bop It, but this is Bop It for adults. So it's shaped like a penis, and it says things instead of like Bop It, flick it or whatever Bop It say, it says things like touch it, suck it, stroke it, jerk it, that kind of thing. And I think it'd be really fun, like at parties, just like a party game, like go grab the Bop It, and it's like a fun surprise.
What would you name this idea?
Adult Bop It.
Last question, what would you do with $100 to help start your business?
Buy adult Bop Its.
Well, you would have to make the Bop It.
To make the Bop Its. I would buy the pieces that I need to make Bop Its and probably advertising as well.
Okay, so our business idea is while you're at work or while your car is parked for an extended period of time, so we create an app where you can have someone come and detail your car while it's just parked there. So then when you're done with work, you can just come back and your car will look perfect.
What would you name this idea?
Details.
And then what would you do with $100 to help start your business?
With the $100, I would probably reach out to somebody who knows a little bit more about building an app.
What is your business idea?
Bathroom and kitchen remodels.
What would you call it?
Bathroom and kitchen repair.
And what would you do with $100?
Pay bills.
All right, thank you. Tell me a little bit about your business idea.
I'm thinking an indoor campground so that you don't have to deal with the weather, you don't have to deal with wind and all those other issues, noises and all that. You just have this campsite indoors in like a greenhouse, kind of climate controlled.
What would you name this idea?
The Camp Inn.
What would you do with $100 to help start this campground?
Probably start investing so I can buy a lot for it.
Okay, so here's my business idea. It's an alpaca farm. It's sustainable alpaca furs that get generated into different clothing types, and then part of those proceeds go towards various different like nonprofits that help homeless, help shelters, help many different avenues that need clothing and alpaca clothing. It's not completely waterproof, but as far as like woolen clothings go, it's very sustainable, it's very weatherproof, and it grows faster than like a sheep's wool.
What would you name this business?
For you. That's what I got so far.
What would you do with $100 to help start this business?
Try to assemble some investors for the business, and I would take them out to a nice meal.
My business idea will solve world hunger, okay?
All right.
You ready? So you know how many people die like every minute? A lot. But like, what if we ate them? What if we chopped them up? All the people in the world, little steaks, right? Why not? Tell me.
What about like diseases? Would you get diseases from that?
Well, I mean, it would have to be like what's the thing where you figure out what happens when people die, like an autopsy? Yeah, do that, like natural causes. Maybe if they got shot in the head or something, you can still eat them. And think about this, okay? Cows eat grass. We don't like grass, but it makes cows taste damn good. So people eat donuts and stuff. So like that means they taste like way better. You ever thought about that?
But can humans eat humans?
Yeah.
But do cows eat cows?
If cows ate dead cows, it would solve cow world hunger.
All right, what would you name this idea?
Death equals hunger. Wait, no, death equals something about death and food.
What would you do with $100 to help start this business?
probably advertising, because like you start like making dead people into food, and because like people might think that's a little edgy. But if you campaign it a little bit, it could grow on people.
Tell us a little bit about your business idea.
Okay, so my business idea is to basically perform up-close card trick and coin magic and illusions in the street, on a worldwide spectrum. You know what I'm saying? So, A-Tray Witch Gang is the name of my company. I am the magnificent magician, Genie the Spectacular Genie.
Can you do any tricks for us right now?
Let me see. So I got this hand. Look, I just right there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the business idea. To perform on a worldwide stage outside, which is kind of really unconventional because most magic is performed in theaters indoors.
What would you do with $100 to help start this business?
I guess maybe some more supplies, some equipment, probably some performance clothing, and maybe something like going towards like a Lyft account to get to and from the venue.
Way back in 2005, I was thinking, what's the first thing happens when someone you care about, you love, dies? You say, I wish I could see him again. I wish I could hear him again. So why not take your outdoor speakers and take your solar panels, run them to tombstones with holograms where you could push any button on there, have buttons for each person in your family where you yourself pop up, wearing what you're wearing, saying what you want to say to that person. That way there's no mistake about where anything goes and what you wanted to say to the people that you care about, because nobody goes to see tombstones. But if you could go up and say, man, I miss my friend or whatever, you show up, sit on a bench, pop a button, guess what? He pops up right next to you, saying what he wants to say to you.
What would you name it?
I don't know. I never really thought of a name for it, but it's been in my mind for a while.
What would you do with $100 to help start this business?
Probably learn more about holograms. It's the only part. I already did the graphic design through college. I just haven't hit the hologram part.